Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. This is Man's Final Steps. It is a continuing series to those who will be among the ranks of the 144,000 and multitude mentioned in Revelations chapters 7 and 14. Today is January 22nd, 2014, and my name is Symmanayah. In this segment of Man's Final Steps, it is entitled Face of Uncertainty, Increased Discernment. Again, face of uncertainty and increased discernment. My brothers and sisters, allow me to read the following before going into this segment. Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 1 through 3 reads, I stand at my watch and station myself on the watchtower, and wait to see what he says to me, and what to answer when I am reproved. And Yahuwah answered me and said, Write the vision and inscribe it on tablets, so that he who reads it runs. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, and it speaks of the end, and does not lie. If it lingers, wait for it shall certainly come, and it shall not delay. That was Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1 through 3. Isaiah 21 verse 6 says, For Yahuwah has said this to me, Go set a watchman, let him declare what he sees. Ezekiel 3:17, Son of man, I have made you a watchman for the house of Yasharal, and you shall hear a word from my mouth, and shall warn them from me. I ask you, my brothers and sisters, are there watchmen among us today? What are the words that they are echoing? Are their words true? Have we come to dismiss, reject, or simply ignore the watchmen of Yahushua today? Have we studied and prayed and sharpened our senses that we are able to discern the true watchmen of Yahushua? Pray and watch, for it's ever a time for us to sharpen our senses and pay close attention. That time is now, for we have entered into end times. Luke chapter 21 verse 7 through 28 reads, And they asked him, saying, Teacher, but when shall this be? And what is the sign when it is about to take place? And he answered, See that you are not led astray, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am, and the time is near. Then do not go after them. But when you hear of fightings and unrest, do not be alarmed, for these have to take place first, but the end is not immediate. Then he said to them, Nation shall rise against nation, and reign against reign, and there shall be great earthquakes in various places, and scarcities of food, and deadly diseases. And there shall be horrors and great signs from heaven. But before all this, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the congregations and prisons, and be brought before sovereigns and rulers for my name's sake. Excuse me. And it shall turn out to you for a witness. Therefore resolve in your hearts not to be premeditate on what to answer, for I shall give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to refute or resist. And you shall also be betrayed by parents and brothers and relatives and friends, and some of you shall be put to death. You shall be hated by all because of my name, but not a hair of your head shall be lost at all. Possess your lives by your endurance, and when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know that its laying waste is near. Then let those in Yehuda flee to the mountains, and let those who are in the midst of her go out, and let not those who are in the fields enter her. Because these are days of vengeance, to fill all that have been written. And woe to those who are pregnant, and to those who are nursing children in those days, for there shall be great distress in the earth, and wrath upon this people. They shall fall by the edge of the sword, and be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trampled underfoot by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles are filled. And there shall be signs in the sun, and moon and stars, and on the earth anxiety of nations and bewilderment at the roaring of the sea and agitation. Men fainting from fear and the expectation of what's coming on the earth, for the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then they shall see the Son of Adam coming in a cloud with power and much esteem. And when these matters begin to take place, look up, lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near. I ask you, my brothers and sisters, do end times foretell of much destruction and the loss of many lives? I submit to you, our beliefs will be tested in the emerging days. Remember Hebrews 11:1? It defines our belief. Belief is the substance of what is expected, the proof of what is not seen. I am aware that these are some trying times, my brothers. I am aware that with these seasons come a demand to improve in our worship and obedience to the Most High Father Yahuwah, through His set-apart Spirit in Yahushua's name. As things become more clear, it will elevate our anxieties, our fears. We will become anxious. Some will become overly eager and overzealous, along with many other diverse emotions will arise. Even more so, we will face uncertainty as things intensify regarding end-time prophecy. But there will be increased discernment. In other words, though we will witness brothers and sisters battle with uncertainty, we will also see an emergence of those called and chosen by the Spirit of Yahushua to demonstrate increased discernment and understanding on what must be done. We will come to recognize more quickly what the Spirit of Yahushua is saying to us individually and to the assemblies regarding whether it's through His Spirit directly to us or through one of His chosen. We will come to discern and understand what must and will be done. Remember, all scriptures will be fulfilled. They will come to be. While many are in the face of uncertainty, I invite you to pray long and hard regarding who will be among the ranks of the 144,000 and multitude of whom will come out of the great tribulation. I invite you to earnestly seek to understand there's a process of refining during the time of preparing for such a massive gathering. And before the total fulfillment, before they come to be visible to the world, we will come to know how to manage the face of uncertainty. We will come to understand what increased discernment truly is. My brothers and sisters, there is an enormous amount of work that will be done, and we will witness extreme, very extreme times of humbling during our refining process. Yes, right in the face of uncertainty, we will come to change our eating habits. We will change the way we dress and our behaviors of how we govern ourselves. Believe it or not, the methods which we worship, as well as we will find ourselves in movement due to forced transition. Some would have moved out of straight obedience. But you know, my brothers and sisters, we have, in many cases, been a stiff-necked bunch. We've been one who say, prove it to me. We've been one in our action to say, make me. And I submit to you, indeed, what is necessary to fulfill scriptures will make many who are called to be among the ranks of the 144,000 in multitude become humble and obedient. Yes, we will witness a strengthening group coming together in unity. Leaders chosen by the Spirit of Yahushua will provide living instructions, guidance, reproof, discipline, as well as they will be used to execute right rulings and judgments on the chosen of Yasharah, who will be among the ranks of the 144,000 in multitude. In the face of uncertainty, there will be increased discernment. Pray and watch. To the seeker will come discoveries. Those who seek earnestly to hear what the voice of the Spirit of Yahushua will say to them will come to discover and face many discoveries presented by Him, He that is our Mashiach and our Messiah. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, remember, these are man's final steps. The journey is complex, and we will find ourselves being guided by the belief of the substance of what is expected, the proof of what is not seen, by the direction of the Spirit of Yahushua, and through those whom he's chosen to lead us. Until next time, continue to press forward and discover what is expected of you. Until next time, let us discover what is expected of us, each and every one of us. Until next time, my brothers, my sisters, my family, continue to be encouraged. Continue to stay tuned as this series, Man's Final Steps, continue. Shalom, shalom, shalom.